Christmas is almost here, so today's our holiday party. The Bad Sweater, thank you for participating.
We're having a holiday party on a TV show?
I tweeted you. Well, we did Halloween. We're going to do Christmas, too, and we're not having a show on Christmas night, so the whole month of December we're doing different bits.
Are you 17?
No, well, maybe.
That's not even an ugly sweater.
No,
that's like a nice
you like
sweater.
this one?
Yeah.
My mom bought it for me like a decade ago, and we joke about it, the moose and the snowflake.
No,
you like this?
That's not like an ugly sweater. Now they're basically, well,
no, I know that now it's a bit.
Anymore, so some of them are just super graphic, but that's not ugly.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice compliment.
Picnic table shirt's
I know,
pretty
I was going to say, but you're all dressed up. So obviously you're not participating in the sweater. Did you bring a gift for the exchange?
For who? I'm not, first off.
All right.
I'm not.
All right, just stop right there. So, see, look at that.
Wow.
So
Thanks.
I got one for Todd and one for you.
Well, I'll take the other one because there's no Todd.
Yeah, the Todd.
Well, that's very nice of you.
I know you're a cigar guy. Or you were, so see, no, don't empty your pockets or anything.
Let's see here.
I also brought cookies, homemade. My wife, she's a genius and wonderful at everything. So look at that. Kids frosted the ones in the middle. Eat as many as you want. Take them all, I guess.
I got like.
You got a Petco card?
The vows of my wedding in my wallet. Do you want those?
No, that's all right. You better keep
those. Here's what I got for you.
Sweet.
Which coupon.
Which? That's
not even a coupon. It's just a Buyers Club card.
And I think you have one punch in here.
Real nice.
Let's start the show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Montgomery. He's Paul MeatSauce Lambert. That solo punch for Which, that'll come in handy.
Well, I'm keeping it. You gave it back to me.
That's all right.
I'm never giving you anything again.
It's very funny.
Really nice. Now I actually feel bad.
I know. No. This was it was part of the show.
I actually feel bad. I might have some in my car to give you. Maybe have an actual coupon.
A broken ice scraper.
Yeah,
or something.
I mean, can I ask you a question before we start?
Yeah.
In all seriousness, how old are you? Where like it's not cool to like exchange gifts. Like hockey, Corey and I don't exchange gifts on the power trip, even though we used to.
Yeah.
Well, one, because Corey hates Christmas, but two, like we just don't do it. I don't know. I guess I should have brought you something. Now I legitimately feel bad.
It's okay.
Way to make
this
me
is
feel
part
bad.
of the show. It's part of the bit. It's okay. It's okay. These are real cigars. They're not little plastic. They still have the wrap on there though.
Yeah.
No, it was. So how old am I? I don't.
No, I don't care how old you are, but like, how old does it have to be where you're like? Like you don't get your siblings gifts anymore.
Yes, we do. We're gonna do a gift card dice game. See, I'm a
giver.
giver.
I am too. But yeah, we do like the white elephant game and stuff, which is fun. But I am, as you know, listening to me on the radio, I'm extremely competitive. So if I want something, I normally get it.
Yeah, that's how it works. All right, enough of our holiday history.
Those look really good.
Well, I don't know. They should be. The guy at the store.
No, I've moved on. The cookies.
Oh, okay. The cookies.
Yeah, those look really good. Are those all handmade?
Yes, absolutely. These are all homemade.
Sweet.
Yeah. Kids helped out with the frosting and the sprinkles and everything.
Very good.
Can we talk about Vikings now? I would love to keep talking about
I'd rather talk about cookies.
Should we be like an NPR cooking show and we'll...
What's NPR?
Minnesota Public Radio. It's probably your direct competitors.
Well, that's where my good pal Brian Oak works.
The people who read books listen to them. Yeah. The people who don't listen to you. But, sorry, that was mean. I agree with this. Like I said, like 5 minutes ago, the Vikings won today, 25-16, 7-6 on the year. But the biggest story of the day, Coach Mike Zimmers' eye patch. That's what the eye mateys arg.
Yeah.
See, now we're not trying to poke fun, but a little bit of, people say that he should be coaching the Raiders. I saw people in your ilk were tweeting that he's the first coach to win with one eye. The blind side. Insert joke here.
Yeah.
What's your take? In serious, his health. Why he was on the sideline and not the booth, why he went to Jacksonville in the first place, and looking like...
Well, I think he got the okay from his doctor.
He had to.
On the travel. They would have driven him down there, I would assume. But if he can do it and his doctor says, yeah, go ahead, you can be out there and you can, coach the team with the bad eye and all that, go do it. But the other thing I don't really understand is why he wasn't, as you just said. Why is he not coaching from up in the booth?
Right.
They had to have like two guys stand next to him to like protect him.
What if a play would have come his way?
Right.
An errant throw?
Yeah.
I'm talking with food in my mouth. My wife hates that. It's the biggest pet peeve. I shouldn't do that. Sorry. I sidetracked you there. No. This is for the holiday. I would never eat on air other than These delicious, wonderful cookies.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, have as many as you want.
No, I'm good. I'm too
Are you sure?
fat. Yeah, I'm way too fat.
I really want.
Can I say that?
You can
That's
say
not
it.
offensive.
You're absolutely. You
Okay.
can say it.
Okay.
All right. So Sam Bradford on the day, 24 for 34, 292 yards, 1 touchdown. He had 3 big plays. He had the 40-plus yarders.
He did, yeah.
Rudolph, Diggs, and Thielen. Here's what bugs me. Shermer can make these calls. They execute. It's a big play. I would consider 40-plus yards a big play.
25.
As soon as they do that, they totally turtle back into the shell, slow dump down. It turns into a field goal.
I don't know.
Why can't they stay consistent with the deep threat?
I don't understand the running game. I mean, why they keep like force feeding the running game. It's almost, it's the round peg square box thing that it doesn't really work. And then they get down and they get stuffed on the one as he out of fumbles. They can't, they just, it's awful. And then Fusco gets hurt again, which immediately Pete Bursich in the broadcast is like, that's a concussion. He hit his head on a leg or something. The running game is awful. The passing game was good. Did Sam Bradford, I don't think he got sacked.
He did not get sacked, and after the game, he said he could not be prouder of the offensive line.
And we interviewed, they interviewed TJ Clemmings after the game, Greg Coleman did, and TJ's like, we were challenged this week, and we came out and punched somebody.
That's awesome.
And they had to, but they can't run block. You'd almost rather, because if they're going to eke their way into the playoffs, they're going to have to win some shootouts.
Yeah.
You'd rather have them be better at pass blocking than run
in today's
blocking.
NFL, it's a pass-happy league, so our run is horrible.
It's
might as
awful.
well pass all the time and try go for the home run, 40+.
Yeah, the run's
Why not?
just hideous.
Well, and inside the 5, Asiata, I'm sure he's a great guy, like you like to say.
He is a good
They
guy.
need to do different plays. Like the rollout and pass to Rudolph for the late touchdown, that will work. Power up the middle, and they showed the replay. No holes, no anything. And then when he tried to reach out, that was really stupid.
Yeah.
Keep it in tight. Don't fumble.
Well,
Take
but
the
all you got to do is break the plane. I don't think it's that
but we
stupid.
ended up twice being inside the 1-yard line and got 0 points from it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Stuffed on 4th down
That's
and fumbling.
horrific. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just think that they have to find a way to maybe not get into the 5 and just pass their way
Score
into
from the
end
20.
zone. Yeah, pass from the end zone. They actually, the first half, I'm going, are you serious? They're going to lose to this 2-7 team who if you had the Browns play Jacksonville, I bet the Browns would be favorited. The Jacksonville Jags are so bad. They get an offsides.
They had us tied at half. You say they're so bad, we were tied with them.
The Vikings aren't great.
They're great. They're wonderful.
They get an offsides penalty with the quarterback. They get this other thing. They get the delay a game. They get that, and they're terrible. They get a suplex penalty. Jalen Ramsey does, and that's 20. They had like 140 yards in penalties.
I think it was
something.
14 total flags on them.
Horrible.
So real quick,
so bad.
The Packers crushed the Seahawks today, 38-10.
I don't know how the Seahawks.
The standings in the North. Detroit hangs on.
Yeah.
So look at it. There's still, when you say playoffs, we're 7-6. There's a chance.
They got to win out.
Yeah,
they got to win these
and we
next
still
3
need
games. Yeah, and the Lions eked by Chicago today,
Correct.
and I think the Lions still have to play the Giants and Dallas on the road. I think they have back-to-back road games.
Detroit's got it tougher than we do.
Yeah,
Green
and
Bay
Detroit
has
will
it
lose
a little
to
bit
Dallas
easier than we do
next week, unless Dallas, because Seattle losing, if they pull off
sit the starters, try to rest up.
I think the Vikings can get into the playoffs. And if you get that defense into the playoffs, you have no clue. No one thought they could win last year. They are a bad field goal from at least going to the second round of the playoffs. You get that defense back, and you get Harrison Smith back in the playoffs.
When you talk about defense.
Or maybe even Adrian Peterson.
4 sacks today, all from the DNs. So really.
And Daniil Hunter has 10.5 sacks. Yep. That's incredible for a guy who a year ago they were like, this guy's got one move.
And isn't on the field hardly at all.
No, yeah, he's phenomenal.
Time for our first break. You can see there, we are not the state of hockey. We are the state of volleyball. We're going to be talking some Gophers. Did you watch?
No.
All right. Well, I'll be talking some Gophers, I guess. We'll have some cookies, too.
They won, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
See, I'm at it again. This one is coconut with chocolate and almond.
You can't stop eating.
No, because my wife made these. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, but you could eat them in 15 minutes or like when you drive home.
You're saying when I'm off the show? I'm not going to. No, I have to eat them now.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't understand why. This isn't Russia.
I'm just snacking. Hey, we're talking about Russia in our news dump. Very nice.
You know who loves the news dump?
Who?
Dwight Hockey.
All right, let's get some Timberwolves in there. They've lost 7 of their last 8 after their worst loss of the season, Detroit, 117-90. After the game, Ricky Rubio, quote, didn't play with heart. Your thoughts? They're your team.
The thing about the Timberwolves that bugs me is I love Ricky Rubio, but he sucks at basketball.
Ooh.
Well, he does. I mean, he can't shoot. You have to. If he could get 10 points a game, they'd be a better basketball team. But you've seen I think when they played the Knicks, Brandon Jennings was like from here to the camera off of him because he's not going to shoot.
Wasn't even going to guard him.
And if he shoots, it's just a flat
He makes
ball.
somebody doesn't shoot enough to be a threat.
And you need that as a point guard. Like I said, and it's not a preposterous statement, if the Minnesota Timberwolves had Chris Paul, they'd be a 60-win team.
Might as well just get the NBA championship trophy and get it ready.
They would be that good because Chris Paul can score. Or if they had Russell Westbrook. If this team had Russell Westbrook, they'd win 60 games because he can score. They don't have anybody that can score on a consistent basis. Karl Anthony Towns scored 47 points, and he's been okay since. Andrew Wiggins, if he's slowly becoming Randy Moss-like. If he's disengaged, he has no interest in being there. And Zach LaVine has been kind of a disappointment. I think Sports Illustrated...
Disappointment?
I think Sports Illustrated had them as like the biggest disappointment of the season.
Already?
The
just the
Timberwolves.
letdown.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, everybody was excited, and then you get Tibbs in, and they're terrible.
Great segue. How much do you blame on Tibbs?
A lot of it, because...
Is he out of touch with them?
Yes, and
his disciplinarian action, he almost has like the Zimmer way of like, he's just mad all the time, he's yelling at everybody.
Yeah, but the difference with Zimmer is you get the feeling, the difference with Zimmer and Tibbs is, Zimmer's the kind of guy where would stand up for your guys. Like when Teddy Bridgewater got that bad hit, and he came out and said that we'd basically, if we were on the street, that we'd have a fight.
Street fight.
For that. Well, now you get a guy that I was talking to people down at the game when I was there last week, and they were saying that you don't ever see him be like, good game, or gives these guys like encouragement like Flip does.
The pep talk isn't there.
He just doesn't care. And he never sits down. Karl Anthony Towns, Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, and even Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio's been a pro basketball player for 15 years, or since he was 15, sorry. They've never been yelled at like that, constantly yelling.
Yeah.
Nobody responds, no matter no matter what line, and I get it, you can go with like they're soft millennials. Don't say that because I don't care.
Isn't that what you're just saying?
But I don't care how tough you are. You don't, even in like a work environment, you don't have to be yelled at all the time.
So you are
no
putting it on
one likes
Thibodeau.
being yelled at. A lot of it, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's mean. I would have said something else, but I don't want to get yelled at again.
Because you don't want to get yelled at because you're a soft millennial.
I am.
See, look at that.
I hate getting yelled at.
It came full circle.
I literally hate getting yelled at.
You know what?
I walk away if I get yelled at.
I praise you all the time, every week.
And I appreciate that.
You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Like I said, we are the state of volleyball. Gophers volleyball. You said you did not watch the other night. It was awesome. It was on ESPNU. They beat UCLA 3-0, straight sets. They are awesome. Patrick Royce now wrote maybe a month ago saying this is the hottest ticket in town. Watch them. He's absolutely right.
Really?
They deserve more recognition. I know we talked about it last week here. And before I forget about it, Division II, Concordia St. Paul just won their 8th national championship in the last 10 years. You put a dynasty like that in any other sport. I don't care what it is. If it's the Gophers, it's the lead story.
Or if I hate saying this, if it's men.
You're absolutely right.
And that sucks because like
the world of sports is sexist. We know
of course.
that.
Yeah.
So what can we do? We can talk about it to try to equal the playing field.
Well,
and that's why the volleyball
along,
team deserves credit.
If you're going to put a basketball team that gets blown out about every other time they play in the Wolves, if you put a baseball team out there that literally did the Mannequin Challenge for 162 games, you have to put that volleyball team on, put the Lynx on more, put these teams on.
I found it on ESPNU.
Sure.
And they play Thursday in the Final Four against Stanford. I'm sure ESPN's got it covered somewhere.
Sure, but you watch it. They deserve it.
Absolutely.
It's good. No matter, I don't care what sex it is.
They made it to the Final Four.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't matter what sex it is. It's entertaining. You really want to. I mean, think about it. The Browns football team. They're 0-12.
They're horrible.
You'd rather watch. Doesn't matter if they're horrible. They're horrible. If they're good, they're good. It doesn't matter what sex they are.
Right, so go for volleyball. Watch them.
Go see it.
They are awesome. I hope they win a national championship. We can talk about it for another week.
Be sweet.
Go for basketball. We can breeze through that. They won again today, 10-1, already better than last year. They might be.
Have they played anyone though?
They lost their game to Florida State, and that was the other the ACC challenge.
I think a lot of people say that it's only successful if they at least get in.
We'll see what happens when they hit the Big Ten.
NCAA tournament, which I think Selection Sunday is right around the corner at the pace we're going at, but still.
At the pace we're going.
Good for them. 10-1's great. I don't care. You still got to win those basketball games, and they won them. And Amir Coffey is a phenomenal basketball player.
And he didn't even have a good game, not this last one, but the one before, only 6 points, but the other guys made up for him.
See, kids, you can win in Minnesota if you show up.
That's right. Yeah. News Dump, kind of a new segment. We take some topips that you can be serious with it. You can laugh about it. You can.
Well, it depends on what it is.
Well,
I haven't decided yet.
I think the headline on Friday, the Strib said CIA is investigating that Russia interfered with the election to support Trump.
Okay.
Now?
Okay.
Your thoughts? How big of a deal is this? See, people are saying this is partisan politics.
What does that mean?
Well, that they're picking sides and that they're just trying to pick on Trump.
Well, yeah,
and there are other people like Senator John McCain that are saying this affects every single American. If our election process was interfered with by the Russians, that is a big deal, and people should be irate. I think people are it was the news dump. It was Friday or Saturday. They just kind of swipe it there, and it's like, and then Trump just passes it. Oh, the CIA, they were wrong about weapons of mass destruction, and they're just picking on me. Your thoughts? See, you can be funny. You can be serious. It's totally...
Well, if McCain, and he knows a lot more about it than I do, if this is a serious allegation and this is seriously happening, then it's terrifying. If this is just them being sore losers, because I don't think they'd say anything.
I don't think the CIA isn't. Well, it's not a party, so I don't think they would come forward and say,
but we're going
to go after Trump just for fun. I don't think so.
I don't really know, and I'll be brutally honest with you. I don't care.
What does CIA stand for?
Criminal Investigation.
It's a show on. Is it a show on CBS?
CSI.
Oh, you got the difference.
Crime Scene Investigation Unit. Can I say unit?
Yeah, I think you can when you're referring to an old person TV show.
Okay. I like that show.
All right.
It's cheesy.
Our drinking game is coming up next, and you know what? I'm a big fan of the holidays and the shows and the movies, especially Christmas Story. I know he hates it.
It's awful.
We got movie and show trivia coming up. Get that cold beverage ready. More cookies, too. Welcome back. I'm sure you've already watched a handful of Christmas movies. Have you this season?
No.
None? Really?
None. The only one I like is Christmas Vacation.
That's not on the list today. So
how is that not on the list?
Because it's trivia.
It's the funniest movie of all
time. I think it's the best movie,
too.
It's
one of the funniest movies
I would watch it all the time.
It says, real nice.
Yeah,
it's genius.
That's you, cousin
Eddie. If you don't have a cousin Eddie in your family, you're the cousin Eddie.
if you don't realize it,
it's
a good
then
point.
You're the cousin Eddie, and we have like 20 cousin Eddies in the Lambert family.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, Peter, Michael, Tim, me.
Are you more the Chevy Chase character?
Yeah, the cool guy.
Yeah. You bring it all together.
Yeah.
You get it sappy and emotional.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right, let's get ready for some drinks here. So Rotten Tomatoes, 94%. Top score for which holiday movie? What do you think?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, nailed it.
We watched that last year. My mother-in-law, that's like her favorite movie, right? So she puts it on, and it's just it's a generation thing. It's horrible.
I cannot believe I'm hearing you say this.
It's horrible.
You can't watch that?
No, Fallon and I about 5 minutes. My niece and nephew weren't watching because they don't want to watch a black and white movie. And then I was like, this is so boring.
You are such a
It's
soft
Wonderful
millennial.
Life sucks.
It's one of the best, not just holiday movies, but movies
terrible.
of all time.
It's terrible.
No.
I've never seen the whole thing, but from what I've seen, I would walk. If that came out right now, I would walk out of the theater and want my money back. I'm that guy. If I don't like a movie,
There's a difference between movies coming out now and something with tradition and history.
It doesn't make it a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I've only seen like 20 minutes of it.
Well, then you see you haven't even given it a chance yet.
But that's me.
It's an acquired taste.
There's a lot of things I don't like, and I've never even seen it.
You know what? I had another question with It's a Wonderful Life, but you made me so sad. I want to just move straight on to Christmas Story.
Okay.
All right. So Christmas Story. Have you ever heard of the director Bob Clark? He's the director. The only reason he got to do Christmas Story is because he was successful with the movie prior to that. It came out in 1981. What movie am I talking about?
Oh, I have no idea. Karate Kid?
No, close, but think of high schoolers and like soft-core pornography.
Can you say that?
Bad jokes. a pig.
Breakfast Club? Oh, Porky's?
Porky's.
Oh, yeah. That movie's all right.
Yeah, see, no, you say Porky's is fine.
Porky's is fine because it's
hate It's a Wonderful Life.
sophomoric.
Yeah.
And I don't like Christmas Story either. Christmas Story is the worst movie of all time.
See, no.
It's the most depressing, stupid movie ever.
Here's what's
hate
really
that
sad.
movie.
I know you do a lot of stuff for bits to get people going.
No, that's
you are
not a
serious.
bit. I'm
You
dead
hate
serious.
Christmas Story.
My Aunt
It's a Wonderful
Jan and
Life.
my dumb brother and my dumb dad always put it on. And they're like, oh, wait, it's on? It's on for 24 hours. It's not a joke. And they always do that. We'll get up the next morning when we, bumming around the house. My dad will go, oh, let's see what's on. Oh, Christmas? No,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
So get this. Bob Clark
awful.
had been pitching it for like a decade to try to do
I
this
wish
movie.
somebody had said, this
and
is
then,
stupid.
After he did Porky's, I said, well, he was successful with Porky's. Let's give him Christmas Story. Porky's and Christmas Stories, he did just 2 years apart. Best movies. Everything else that he's done his entire career, horrible. So if it weren't for Porky's, we wouldn't have got Christmas Story. No, we didn't. You know what? You're terrible. We're going to stay with it. Christmas Story. Do you remember the kid Flick who we got the image? That's not Flick.
Yeah, what's he doing now? I know what he's doing now.
What is he doing now? Or what did he do?
He's in adult entertainment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you know the title of one of the...
No, and I don't want you to say it.
It's Scotty's X-Rated Adventure. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a movie title. He was Scotty.
They couldn't come up with
Is there
something
anything wrong
better
with that?
than that?
Well, in the late 80s, early 90s, I don't know when he was in these.
There should have been, I could come up with 15 of them. If we were on the power trip.
You could come up with that, or
yeah.
you'd remember that many?
I'd come up with, both. Yeah.
Be careful. You
Yeah,
are treading
I'm
on
out.
thin ice this week
Yeah.
because of what you said last week. It's an inside joke. Maybe you'll say something on Twitter. Because on Twitter, you can say whatever you want. But here, be very careful.
As my mentor, Mike Morris, once told me, don't encourage it.
All right. Okay, well, then I'll walk away from it. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Had a very shiny nose.
Keep singing. I love it. Puppets, stop animation. How big do you think the Rudolph puppet was?
That's a really good question. I'm going to go with, I think the reason you're asking it is because it was massive.
I'd go the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
How big was it?
Well, aren't you going to, it's your question.
An inch.
4 inches.
That's it?
4
That's like
inches
this.
was Rudolph. Santa was 8. The Abominable Snowman, 18 inches. That's only 1.5 feet. So they were sitting there doing all the... Yeah,
he was like
that's
this
Rudolph.
big.
That
movie's sweet. The Misfit Toys bit's
now you like
sweet.
that.
Yeah, well,
I've got
of course.
so many. You know what? I'm going to save the rest of this for next week. I've got a whole half page of awesome sweet trivia.
Oh, I'm sorry that I was mean about the
you
movies
ruined
here,
it with It's a Wonderful Life and Christmas Story.
I ruin a lot of
That's
things.
so sad. All right, we're going to have more. Was that a mannequin challenge? You froze there for a second. That was great.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
Clay
that
is
bit.
laughing in my ear saying, go to break.
Who's Clay?
He's our director.
There is
Clay. No, there's a director back there who presses the buttons.
Nope.
All right.
You and I
Time for a break.
talking
We're going to
to
have our
camera.
Twitter results of the punch. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, look up the show on Twitter. Every week we do our poll. We're going to have this week, best Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, or Home Alone. Home Alone is your choice.
Home Alone is the best. I love that movie.
Our poll from last week, because last week's trivia was all Bon Jovi. We said, who's the best performer? Bon Jovi, Springsteen, Rolling Stones, U2. Bon Jovi, 63%. And you said you would punch yourself in a certain region if Bon Jovi won, and he did. I don't think we can do it.
Who voted for that?
All the fans of the show.
Bon Jovi.
We have 15 seconds, so when are you going to... That's good enough for now, I guess.
Well, if I do the other thing, we'll get fired.
I know, don't do the other thing. I don't want to be fined, I don't want to be fired. So, thanks for watching, we'll see you next week.